never did it analog style before, so I never know how it's going to turn out, but that's it. Just drive and put that notification, but other than that, yes, it's done.
We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by. Please stand by.
This is a national emergency. During the past night, we have received multiple sightings and reports of so-called demon eyes. We have been fighting hard to eliminate the virus through sanitation and quarantine of the infected. With severe losses among our ranks, we have resorted to cleansing the contaminated of our country. Please pay attention to this message during the next few minutes at all costs. But what exactly is this issue to us citizens? For now, we, and all official announcements that should follow, will refer to the viral infection as the Medusa virus. The Medusa virus is spread through direct, sustained eye contact with the infected persons. As of the current moment, we have not been able to conduct any tests relating to the pathogen or virus. What should you do to help out? Telephone lines should only be used for absolute emergency. This does not include communication before certain death. Lock all doors if possible, and blind all windows. Do not attempt to go outside, and do not attempt to help the infected. When in close vicinity of an infected individual, keep your head down and do not attempt to look at their eyes. Avoid human interaction at all costs. Do not attempt to blind yourself.
What'll I do? I long for somebody who myself. All by myself.
As we speculate, there is no long-term solution or returning to normal life. Tell your children goodbye, and do whatever you need to do before the end. This is the final goodbye. I repeat, this is the final goodbye.
Holy crap, that's scary on the okay, oh. Oh no, that's just
Discovery Report on Investigative Procedures of the Medusa Virus, as of August 5, 1998. Report submitted by Dr. Engler from the National Virology Lab of the United States of America. All findings and results shall be kept confidential, unless pardoned by the President of the United States.
And what is this? What is that?
p.m. EST, June 13, 1998. Results from testing this morning has concluded that the Medusa virus's symptoms are different than we thought. The swelling of the eyeballs seems to be caused by the virus moving through the bloodstream towards the brain and face where it can replicate best. The violent travel of the blood seems to be extremely damaging to the cerebellum and spinal nerves. Further tests will be done to conclude how the virus is contracted. June 17, 1998. No information has been found about the transmission of the virus. We believe it has something to do with eye contact activating the amygdala and causing a sense of threat, which somehow allows the virus to enter the body without being noticed by the immune system. A test will be completed later today among the frozen corpses to see why this is. p.m. EST, June 17, 1998. After careful recalculation and rerunning of trials, we have still not been able to find out anything. If knowledge is control, it seems we humans are not in control anymore. No cure has been discovered here, but we will have to cross-check that with the other teams. One 4 p.m. EST, August 5th, 1998. While testing a cure that melts the virus proteins, we have stumbled across a new mutation of the virus. The strain seems to be much lighter than the previous one and has evolved to be transmitted through the air. But unlike other airborne diseases, the virus seems to be in complete control of the direction it floats in. The symptoms are not confirmed to be the same.
Dr. Engler, I've inhaled it. The seal wasn't gas-proof.
We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by. Please stand by. This is a national emergency. New discoveries have been made on the Medusa virus. Scientists from the government's National Virology Lab have concluded that a new mutation of the virus has been discovered. Please pay close attention to the device you are viewing this from and lock all windows, doors, and vents. If you are outdoors, please keep this broadcast on while you swiftly make your way indoors. The new mutation allows the virus to transmit it through airborne methods in the form of a thick, orange gas. Do not inhale the gas and cover your face with a wet towel when you can. The government will provide advanced filtering to the air conditioning systems to keep a supply of air to all households.
Someone knows the loving I could be giving, yet I keep on living all by myself.
What does the new mutant do? The gas has a strong smell of pie or cake. Once the gas is smelt, it can cause a strong feeling of nostalgia and the loss of self-control, similar to being drunk. The infected will be attracted towards the smell and will follow the trail of smell unconsciously. You will lose complete awareness, and victims may experience the replaying of memories involving the smell. Victims may appear to be walking around normally, but they are beyond saving. As the victim walks towards the origin of the scent, more and more of the virus enters the respiratory system, eventually producing the same effects of the first discovered strain of the Medusa virus. Paralysis and suffocation will occur. If you see someone walking around drunkenly through your window, humming or murmuring, alert authorities immediately and refrain from watching their death. Avoid exercise or any activity requiring heavy breathing and stay isolated indoors. May God help us all. I repeat, avoid exercise or any activity requiring heavy breathing and stay isolated indoors. May...
When shooting at the sky, aim slightly above the target. Although shooting at infected flocks often only injures the bird, it is the best method currently accessible. In the case of an attack by a large flock of birds, such as hawks or pigeons, the best weapon of choice is the shotgun. Aim for the center of the flock and load with birdshot. The virus attacks the brain of the birds, causing them to caw or almost scream abnormally loudly, creating strange sound waves which can be deafening. Any human who hears the sound will likely go crazy or have the survival urge to go outside and silence the source of the sound. This, however, is dangerous due to the risk of inhalation of the Medusa virus in gas form. Here is a sample of the sound.
We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by. Please stand by. This is a national emergency. The virus is now known to infect birds of all types, from sparrows to eagles. Wear earplugs at all times and lock doors and windows with locks even you cannot break through even with a key. You must prevent your own escape in case you hear the shrieks. You will lose control. The fight or flight response will be activated upon the brain registering the sound. Going outside will be uncontrollable and inevitable when this happens, and inhalation of the Medusa virus is
One must really learn to live less. I miss the sky and grass outside. I miss the smells of the market. I'm missing my friend who looked into the wrong eye. What happened to human power? I can't see the sky anymore.
Now what?
And I'm not talking about the weather. This is no lasting factor, as many of us, in fact, all of us, will have to cut down on food and drink consumption. Countries affected by being the worldwide food shortages, limited farming. What's next?
What about
why are you calling so late? It's like, what, 9 p.m.?
Well, it's 12, but this is important.
What's up?
Just check the news. Food shortages everywhere. First said eye contact, now we can't even grow crops free.
Hey, listen, I'll call you back later. I'm, up to something right now.
Alright, but check the articles I sent over. Also, don't call me back.
Why, something up?
Nah, just the government being strict on telephone usage. Anyway, stay safe.
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. See ya.
Alright, bye.
We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by. Please stand by. This is a national emergency. After 3 years of the Medusa virus and no significant scientific discovery, we could form a vaccination or cure. many of you at home may be beginning to lose hope. With over 3/4 of the population either infected and about to die or dead already, and the rest of us terrified at home. Rest assured that scientific breakthrough is on the way. The National Virology Lab brings you updates for those still alive to watch. About some new discoveries about yet another mutation of the virus. Do not panic.
New symptoms have been discovered. These include a sort of cold sensation around the neck and chest area, similar to as if cold hands were wrapped around you in kind of an insidious hug, or a chokehold rather. You may be familiar with the feeling when someone is standing right behind you. The warmth on your neck notifying you of their presence. Well, many patients have reported a similar feeling, only with an icy breath. When infected with this strain of the virus, nicknamed MEDV-05, paralysis sets on much slower and patients seem to be, well, in a state of horror and panic, although unable to move.
This information to those who may remain alive. May God help us all.
As per recent discoveries conducted by drainage professionals, the Medusa virus has found its way into our ventilation and drainage. This means that the use of aircon or ventilation is strictly disallowed. Do not turn on your aircon. If a thick orange gas seems to steam from any drainage, be sure to cover your mouth and tell your children goodbye. Lock yourself inside, and make sure to consistently clean drainage pipes with any cleaning fluid registered to limit the spread of contamination. If, however, your complex relies on ventilation to filter and bring in fresh air, I'm sorry. Clean your pipes and restrict AC usage. Stay Medusa free.
When you write, your tone influences how readers respond.
That was the best. I never did one of those, but well, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on my channel for my notification bell. I will see you all later, guys. Bye, guys.